Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you real quick, and I do have to go to something at 4 o'clock, so I'm gonna be very busy the rest of the day, mostly. It's a very important thing that I go to every Sunday, but I don't want to discuss too much about it because it's a private thing, but private meeting, I guess you could say. But this video I'm returning to you for is for the movie Thunder Force, the movie review I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to discuss what I watched for this movie and let you know my thoughts on it. So let's dive into this review. Now, this came out April 9th of 2021, so I am a few weeks behind on reviewing it, and I am going to be reviewing the Coming to America movies. I'm gonna start with the first one probably like next weekend, I think, or sooner. It just depends on when I get to it. I'm sorry, I've been prolonging it for a bit. I just haven't had the time to watch it. But what did I think of this Thunder Force movie? It was really fucking bad. The I think the jokes. I think the beginning of the movie it was the jokes were landing, but then once you get into like 18 minutes and the rest of the movie, the plot and the script is just horrible. It's like you want to be done with this movie when you watch an hour of it and you're like, this movie is just garbage. uh but Melissa McCarthy and Octavia Spencer did have a solid chemistry in it, but I didn't like where they were trying to say a joke and then they prolong the joke as long as they can. And that's kind of. And the joke doesn't land very well. It doesn't make you laugh. It just disappoints you. Like, oh my god, this was a terrible joke. The lines that they gave Melissa McCarthy and Octavia Spencer. I think Octavia Spencer did alright in this movie, but Melissa McCarthy's starting to run out of good humor in this movie. Because there's moments where she has it, and then moments where she just. The jokes don't land. Whoever wrote this movie did a piss poor job at it. This was a really bad movie. And I don't really want to watch it again. Because I watched over the whole thing because I had to so I could do this review on what I watched. And yeah, it's a terrible ass movie. It's probably going to be one of the worst movies this year. I don't know if it's going to be the worst movie, but we'll just wait and see how other movies perform for 2021. But this one's going to make it at probably the worst. Probably worse than Cherry, I would say. But overall, I thought Thunder Force was very bad. It's not worth watching for a second time because I just I couldn't feel for the jokes. The beginning was funny, the very beginning, but then when they figure out that they have superpowers and all that, I'm like, this is just stupid. I'm like, okay, so Melissa McCarthy has super strength, and then Octavia Spencer has fucking invisibility, and I'm like, I don't know if I like that. And then they call themselves Thunder Force, and I'm like, not a bad name, but and the weird chemistry with Jason Bateman and Melissa McCarthy having a romantic scene, I'm like, really? You're gonna hook up with a crab? A Mr. Crab guy or whatever with crab arms or whatever. It was just this movie was full of cringe and just not good. So for a score, I think I'm gonna rate Thunder Force a 2.5 out of 10. This was pretty bad. I would give it like a 3 or something, but this was god awful, and I don't want to watch this movie again. I gave it a shot, and then they have this character named Laser in the movie, and I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, yeah, I didn't like her character that much, but the King guy was just. I've seen him in other movies, and he doesn't do a bad job in other movies. And sorry for my yawning a bit. I'm just. I was just. This movie, at the end of the day, just really let me down big time. And the jokes weren't landing. The script was awful. The writing and whoever directed it and the CGI work. I think the Mr. Krabs CGI thing was very bad. Making him have a human body and crab arms, and I'm like, ew. And I didn't get that weird chemistry with Melissa McCarthy and Jason Bateman in this movie. It just, no. But yeah, 2.5 out of 10 I'm gonna give this movie. It was just awful. Comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the movie Thunder Force if you've seen it. I don't hate these actors, Melissa McCarthy and Octavia Spencer, but I hated when they prolonged a joke and couldn't have a good punchline at the end of the joke to make it very funny. It was just so fucking stupid. And just plain idiocy of a joke. I'm sorry, I'm being very cruel in this review, and I'm trying not to, but yeah, I just don't like this movie. But like I said, comment below, let me know what you guys thought of the movie Thunder Force if you've seen it, and if you like this movie review, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can to support the channel. I'm sorry that I stepped out of line saying how the prolonged joke was plain idiocy. That's just my opinion. I kind of take my opinions a little to the extreme sometimes, and it's just what I watched was plain garbage. It could have been a lot better, but nope. This probably might make it as the worst movie of 2021, unless something else makes it as the worst movie. But if you, I hope you did like this movie review, because I did the best I could to explain what I was trying to explain in this movie review. I know I'm probably going to have a long movie review for this movie, but it's fine. I just don't want to watch this movie again, because I already know that it's bad, and now that I know, I'm avoiding watching this movie again. But I probably will watch the Mortal Kombat movie again, but in HD this time. I was watching the cam version twice, and this time I do want to see what they were saying in Chinese and all that in the English subtitles for it or whatever. But I will be returning to you tomorrow for the start of the Era Marathon album reviews. And then after I finish that marathon album review, I'll move on to the Veer Union at the beginning of May. So you'll definitely see it probably around May 5th is when I'll start reviewing. It's either going to be the 4th or the 5th. It just depends on when I come around to reviewing it. But yeah, sorry for stepping out of line a bit in this review. I didn't mean to. I just thought the prolonged jokes were just dumb and just gave me a headache a bit. Like, when are you gonna hit the punchline kind of shit? But definitely stay safe. Take care. Hopefully you enjoyed this review. And let me know what you guys thought of the Thunder Force movie in the comments below. and I'll see you in my next video.